There is a kit on page 5, and I'm doing a class to go with it, okay? So when you purchase the tag kit and when you purchase the stamp set, I am going to send you $20 in free Stampin' Up product so that you can make cards. Now, for some of us, we love making tags. I know I do. That's a tradition that my daughters and I have. We bake Christmas cookies in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we make Christmas tags. And it's a full day, and it is so much fun. It's a tradition we started about 3 years ago. So I love making tags, but some people don't, and that's okay. And so what I've done is I've designed a class around these tags, okay? So that's what I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna give you all the details, okay? Here's the stamp set right here. It's called Tag Buffet. And when you receive the Tag Buffet, it comes in this beautiful little Christmas box. It's kind of like a paper pumpkin box, but it's a little bit smaller. And inside, you're going to get twine. You're going to get all the supplies that you need to create 30 tags. You're going to have die cuts, more die cuts here and here, and it also comes with a sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals, okay? So when you purchase this box, this kit, and this stamp set in my online store, I'm going to mail you $20 in free products. So let's talk about what you're going to get when you purchase the bundle. Now, if you're already a demonstrator, then you probably already have this, or maybe you've considered buying it, and you can purchase the tutorial from me for $15, okay? All right, so here it goes. Hang tight. Make sure I have them all. I am going to create an online tutorial, and it is going to have all the information that you need to create 17 cards. And it'll also include the supplies, okay? So here's 2. That's 1 card. And then here's another one of the cards, and you can see what I've done. I have taken the tags and I've mounted them on card bases, and then I've even created a background. So you get to stamp all the backgrounds. Thank you, Linda. I'm so glad you like it. Then here's another one. And another one. Here's the cardinal. And then 2 of the stocking. Okay, so that's 12 cards right there, okay? Now I've created 5 more, all right? So here they are. Here's one of them right here. You're gonna get some extra die cut trees. Here's another. And do you see these little embellishments? You're gonna get a half a package of the embellishments. Here's another one. Here's one, and here's one. Maybe I'll turn them like this, okay? So you, free supplies, all right? When you purchase the bundle, the tags, and the stamp set, I'm sending you the supplies. They are pre-cut and pre-scored, okay? Thanks, Sally. You've got to sign up, Sally, for this class, okay? And now I'm going to give you all the details. So along with the supplies to create the 17 cards, you're going to get a half a package of these embellishments, okay? Because you know I love embellishments. And then you're going to get 20 envelopes, all right? 20 envelopes, 17 cards, but 20 envelopes, all right? And lots of embezzlements. That's right, Carol. And, oh, I know, I'm also going to include And I don't know which card has it. Hang tight. I'm going to include Whisper White inserts for the inside of the card so you can go ahead and stamp a verse, okay? All right, so there's all the pretty cards. I love them. They're just so festive. Okay, now I can go over the details with you. You might be asking, well, Tammy, how are you going to know that I've purchased the stamp set and the kit in your online store? Hey, Mary Kay, welcome. You're going to know because when you place that order, you're using this hostess code, and that tells me you get the $20 in free supplies. Now, if you are a local customer, you can just email me and I'll order it for you, okay? You can do it that way, either way, whatever's convenient for you. Oh, thank you, Lee. I'm so glad you like the cards. Thank you. Okay, so we've gone over purchasing the stamp set and the project kit. You get $20 in Stampin' Up! Products to use for the projects. You get a PDF tutorial with supplies and measurements and an online video tutorial. All right, so it's not a live class in a few weeks, but the video tutorial will be emailed to you to your inbox, and then you can watch at your convenience and create the cards, okay? Hey, Debbie. Brenda's asking, are the cards pre-stamped? They are not, Brenda. That's why you need the stamp set, which is right here. If you have this stamp set, you can create all these cards, okay? All right. All right, let's see. Okay, important dates, all right? Registration deadline, ladies. Wednesday, October 14th. So next Wednesday night is the deadline to sign up, okay? Now, keep that in mind, all right? The class kit will ship on Tuesday, October 27th. Now, that's what the class kit are the free supplies, okay? Because if you're a long distance customer, you're ordering the kit and the stamp set online. But you do need to get your $20 in free product, right? And so that will ship to you on October 27th. Now, you do need to pay for shipping for your free supplies, okay? And that's $7.15 priority mail. And you'll have it in 2 days, okay? So you just pay the shipping on your free supplies. Now, the online tutorial plus the additional resources are available Thursday, October 29th. You're going to get an email in your inbox with the tutorial, okay? All right. And let's see. So here are options. Pricing option number 1. If you're a local customer and you're picking up locally and I'm not shipping anything to you, it's $55.97. Option 2, if you're an online customer, it's $48 plus shipping and tax. And then the priority mail shipping of the free kit is $7.15. And you do want to use this hostess code right here. Pricing option number 3, many of you are demonstrators. And so the tutorial is only $15 and it will be emailed to you on Thursday, October 29th, okay? Now, the B rewards are not applicable to any of my classes, okay? So keep that in mind. And then additional products that you're gonna wanna have on hand, a real red stamping pad, a garden green stamping pad, and a shaded spruce stamping pad, and then adhesive. So stamp and seal or snail, anything like that, okay? So if you're interested in registering, either message me on Facebook or you can go into my online store, place your order, and then I already know that I'm shipping free supplies to you, okay? If you leave me a message on this live broadcast, a lot of times Facebook will start deleting some of the comments, okay, after I'm done recording. And I may not see that message, okay? So either message me on Facebook or email me, okay? All right, so Sally, either email me or Facebook message me, okay? And we'll get it all straight for you. And Sally, it looks like you might even be in Richmond. So, you know, if we want to meet somewhere and I can give you supplies, that's fine. Okay. All right. Welcome, Simone. So good to have you tonight. Let's see if there's anyone else joining us. Hi, Denise. Hi, Lyndon. Welcome, everyone. Okay. So that's what's going on with the holiday tag class. And I hope you'll join us. And remember, here we have all the cards right here. You're going to get 17, all right? Enough supplies to make 17 cards. And you're going to get 20 envelopes and a half a package of embellishments. So that's like over $20 in free products. So you don't want to miss it, okay? It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. They were super fun to make and super easy, okay? All right. Well, now we're going to start. I'm over here in the mini, and we are going to be back here on page 62 tonight, talking about the Have a Hoot suite. All right. So I've been having a lot of fun with this, and I think you're going to like it too. And if you love owls, then you definitely want this, right? Hi, Catherine. Welcome. Thank you, Catherine. Oh, my husband had so much fun last week and with you all, and he was teasing me tonight. Do you want me to do tonight's class? I'm like, no, that's okay. Thank you anyway. But we had a blast, so it was lots of fun. Thank you for hanging in there with us. So we're going to create 2 cards this evening. I've got a little Halloween card for you and a Christmas card. And what I have found with the Have a Hoot bundle, you've got stamped images and greetings that are great for fall, Halloween, and Christmas. So you can stretch this stamp set in bundle, okay? And you know, get a lot of mileage out of it, okay? Oh, okay, thank you, Suzanne, for letting me know. Sally, I don't guess we'll meet up to give you the kit. We'll have to ship it to you, right? Thank you. Hi, Irma, welcome. Okay, so let's look at the stamp set. We've got, it looks like 5 greetings, and then we've got 6 owl images, okay? I know, I love this stamp set. It's so cute. It is a red rubber cling mount stamp set, okay? Now, these are the dies right here, and I believe you get 10 dies, and they're called the Peek a Hoot dies. So let me show you what those dies look like, and let me show you what you can do with them, okay? Because it's more than what you think. All right, so here's the Peek a Hoot dies. And first, this die right here, okay? Here's the die. It's 3 tags connected together. Now, when you cut it out, it looks like this. You get your 3 tags, plus you can use this negative piece as a template. So it's got lots of versatility there. You'll also get 2 dies for the mistletoe, and then you even get a darling spider web. Now what I did, I took the 6 owl images and I made some gift tags because I wanted to give you an idea of how to create the tags. So the first 3 tags are Halloween tags. We've got the darling little pumpkin and it says boo. And then we've got the owl here and it says have a hoot on Halloween. And then we have the owl in the tree, and there's a cute little spider hanging down, okay? And then we have 3 Christmas owls. So super sweet set. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it here a few minutes. And if you wanna get a screenshot of that or a picture with your camera, you can. And that way, if you have this set already, or if you're considering purchasing this set, then here are 6 tags for you instantly. They are there, okay? So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. All right. And I'm gonna get set up here. All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move it now. And I'll have to take a picture of this, and I will put it with this thread, with the Facebook Live, okay? So that you'll have this. Let's go ahead, and we're going to start on the Halloween card, okay? So the first thing I do want to start with is this white sheet of paper. All right, so let's measure it so that you know what size you're going to need, okay? So this is measuring 3 3/4 inches going across, and then it's measuring 5 inches, okay? So it's 3 3/4 by 5. Now we're going to create this template. We'll get this done first. All right. So let's do that. I'm going to bring in the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. So I'm going to go on and zoom out and get this thing up here. All right. Now remember, I'm not on a wood table, so this does like to shake a bit. I know I need platform number 1, and by the way, the sandwiches are right here, and I'm using the bottom sandwich. No, I'm not. I'm using the top sandwich, all right, because I'm using a die. So platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, paper, die, and platform 3. Okay, so it's all there for me. And let's find 2 right there. And you know what? I need another platform. So I'm actually gonna have to, I thought I had both of them here and I don't. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do, all right? I still need to get platform 3 before we can crank this thing through, but I wanna show you that I'm going to place this die right on top of this paper, and I'm going to center it, all right? So that's about how I want it. Now let me run and get a cutting pad. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Gosh, I always think I have everything and then I have to get up. All right, so that's another cutting pad, and I'll just hang on to the handle here. All right, and just roll it through. So it's really important to pay attention to your sandwich, okay? All right. So now I have 3 tags. There's the first one. Here is the second one. I love it because it already has the slot for the twine or the ribbon to tie onto a package. And there's the other one. So you got 3 different size tags. And now I can move this, and we'll get this out of the way. Sorry about the noise. All right. Yay, Denise, you got your cut emboss machine. That is awesome. That is great. Good news. All right. So now we're going to start building our card. And let's see. I need one more. Okay. All right, ladies, I promise you I'm organized. Now I'm missing a piece of paper and I don't know why. So guess what? We're going to get some more paper. I'm going to let you look at the card and I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Okay, wow. I worked all afternoon getting this stuff together and I thought I had it all. I am so sorry. I guess we are human, aren't we, Carol? Just, you think you got it all and you don't. Okay, so for this card, we do need another piece of Whisper White, okay? And this one measures the very same thing as the one we just cut. And so it's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. All right, let me make sure that's 5. Yep, that's about 5 inches. All right, so let's see here. Yep, good. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is, or maybe this is now the second, we're gonna use a sponge brayer, all right? And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I actually sponged this with the brayer, okay? This is a piece of white paper under this template and I sponged it. And I'm gonna show you how I did it. Sometimes, we get a little scared to sponge, but this is gonna be a quick roll of the brush onto the paper. Now, as far as ink colors, I am using Bumblebee and Pumpkin Pie. All right, so you might want to make a note of that. And then with Bumblebee, I'm going to ink that up first, and I am just rolling it. I'm so glad you like the cards, Joanne. And I'm just rolling, okay? Just like that. I want more ink, so I'm going to roll some more. All right. Okay. All right. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of a gap here. And when you roll like this and continue to roll across the paper, it works better. But guess what? For this particular card, it doesn't even matter, okay? So you don't even have to worry about the consistency. I'm now rolling the rest of that ink out of the brayer, and I'm gonna go a little bit darker with Pumpkin Pie. All right. And I got a beautiful line there, didn't I? But again, for this particular card, your color doesn't have to be that consistent, okay? So this is all right. This is acceptable. And that's it, all right? So don't sweat it. Oh, good. I know this technique is really fun, Simone, because it's sponging. And, the next card I make, the sponging will probably look totally different, okay? And that's just the beauty of sponging. Every card looks a little different. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, where is here it is right here. Okay. I'm going to bring out the black memento ink, ladies, because now we're going to do some stamping. And let's start with this little guy down here. Okay, so this is a Halloween owl, and he looks like he has a cape on, and he's covering up his eyes a little bit. Now, how do I position these stamps so that I can see them through the windows? All right, this is how I did it, okay? Now, I'll just ink that up really. I want to see what my coverage, oh good, okay. I'm just checking my ink pad, making sure I've got enough ink. I know that I want that owl about right there, okay? And so I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to move the template. And then I'm going to put that back, okay? And there I have it. Now, this is what you'll do for all three of the owls. So now let's do the pumpkin. All right, and it doesn't have to be exact. I want my pumpkin about right there. Okay, so that's the next one. And there it goes. See how easy that is? Hey, Mary Jo, welcome. All right, now this one's a cool one. This is that cute little owl and the little spider, okay? So this is going to be our next one. And let me line my template up again. And I know I want it about right there, so I'm just going to move the template. And I'm going to stamp. And let's see how it turned out. What do you think? Not too bad, is it? So really, really an easy thing to do, okay? Now, before we add this template to the top, we're going to do a little bit of coloring, all right? And I'm going to use the light soft suede Stampin' Blend. And I'm going to color the branches that are on the that are part of that stamped image, okay? And I'm just going to run the Stampin' Blend. I'm using the fine point, and I'm just running it across like this. Okay, just like that. I'll even zoom in a little bit closer. Thank you, Simone. I'm so glad you like it. Oh yeah, you could use this template, Mary Kay, for lots of different stamp sets, and that's a really good point. All right, now let's go up here and we're gonna color this one. Again, I'm using soft suede. If you don't have soft suede, try cinnamon cider. If you don't have cinnamon cider, go with crumb cake. So any of your browns will work. It doesn't have to be soft suede, okay? All right. So that part's done. And now we'll go over here and do this one. And you're coloring your branches first, just so that you don't get any of the brown ink on your white template, that white layer, okay? All right. And that's all the branches that we need to do, all right? Thank you. To be really honest, girls, I was a bit puzzled on how I was going to stamp these on here, and that's kind of what I came up with. I'm sure another demonstrator has a more brilliant idea. Okay, so to attach the template, I'm just going to use glue dots. I mean, you could use snail, you could do stamp and seal, and I'm doing the corners. And I'm just pressing that cardstock into the glue dot. And then I'm just gonna line it up like this. So yeah, these Pika Hoot dies would be perfect with any stamp set. It would definitely work. Let's go on and put the other two layers together. This is actually Mango Melody. And so the measurement on this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And this is actually a standard card base, okay? And so I'm going to use the seal for this. Make sure that you can see me. I had zoomed in on the camera there. All right, so I'm just adding seal to this. Okay, And then I'm going to attach it to the basic black card base. And I'm just going to center it. Okay. Now for this, I actually did pop this layer up. So let's do that. And I've just put a dimensional in each corner and then one in the center. All right. And then this gets popped up. Okay. And then we're going to center this. Whoops. And we're going to try and do it straight. All right. Let's see how straight I can get here. I'm sitting down and sometimes that's harder for me. Sometimes standing up, I can kind of stand right over it. Okay. So now we're going to add our owls. And let's see, where is my cardstock? Right here. We're going to add these 3 owls in black memento ink. Okay, I've inked it, and now I'm going to stamp that one. These are the Halloween owls, and I discovered that there are 3 Halloween images, and there are 3 Christmas owl images. And I didn't realize that until I made both of these cards. I hope you win one, Simone. I'll have 2 to give away tonight. So those are our Halloween stamped images. And now I'm going to show you the dies. And here's something else that's pretty clever about these. Let's see. So this owl die right here, when you cut out the owl, it doesn't cut out the entire image with the branch. It just cuts out the owl and it only cuts out the moon. So just the owl and just the moon. The same thing happens when you cut out this owl. It'll cut out this one, and it'll also cut out the spider separately. And it doesn't encompass those branches, okay? So I thought that was pretty clever. I honestly thought that the die would cut out that entire image, okay? And I didn't realize it until I started looking at these dies. Now, I've already taken the time to cut those out so that you don't have to watch me crank, okay? So now I'm going to show you how to color these. All right. And there should be a little spider and a little moon somewhere. I see the spider. So, okay. I am going to zoom in, and you might want to take notes as far as the colors that I'm going to use. Now on this owl here at the bottom, the cape is rich raspberry, okay? But I'm going to change it up a bit tonight, make it fun, and just show you can use other colors. Now we're going to use Granny Apple Green, okay? I know the spider's tiny. I think I've already lost the little moon. And Irma, I'm so glad you like this bundle. It's super cute. This is the dark Granny Apple Green. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of highlighting those lines. All right, that's the shadowing. And then I'm going to color this cape Granny Apple Green. Now on the original card, I used rich raspberry. All right, so I just want to show you that you can use other colors. All right. And what I'm going to do here is, there we go. Okay. Now, I want you to look at something, because after coloring this owl a few times, if you look at this card, I honestly think that's part of his cape and not his wing. So for this card, and I'm pretty sure I'm right now, this right here is the cape. All right, so I think on this card we will be correct. That's the other part of the cape. Now I am going to color the eyes because it's Halloween, and I'm going to use the dark Mango Melody. All right, so we'll just shade the eyes like that. And then when coloring the owl, I have been using the dark and the light crumb cake. So let me show you what I'm doing with the dark, and you'll do this on all of your owls. With the dark, I'm just highlighting those lines, okay? Just tracing those lines because that's the shadowing. And then I'm going to use light crumb cake. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and we'll get his body done. Okay, and that's our owl. And we can actually go ahead and we're going to pop it up. Oops. You know what? That has paper on the back of it. Okay, now we got it. All right. Now, if anyone is new tonight watching, say hello and let us know where you're from. That is always fun for us. And when you comment, your name is in the drawing for to win one of these cards tonight. And I have a Halloween card, and then I have a Christmas card. So that owl just gets popped up on that stamped image. And one other thing I like to use is the Wink of Stella. And we're gonna let this cape shine just by adding a little bit of glimmer here, okay? There we go. And there's a little bit of glimmer, and it's probably hard for you to see that bit of shimmer. All right, now if I find the moon, we'll color the moon Mango Melody, and we'll also pop the moon up and put it right there. So that's how that cute little moon looks when it's popped up. All right, let's do the others. The pumpkin was also really fun to color. Now for the stem of the pumpkin, I did use dark Granny Apple Green. Okay, so we'll get that in there. And then I used dark mango for the eyes. Just like that. And let's see, let's go on and do the eyes of the pumpkin and get those done. There we go. And now we'll do the mouth. Okay. And now we're going to bring out pumpkin pie, and these little lines on the jack-o'-lantern I'm going to highlight with the dark pumpkin pie, just like that. And you know what? I even might put a little shadowing there. And even there. And now I'm going to get the light out, and hopefully you can see pretty well. All right, so here's the light pumpkin pie now. Okay. I'm using the brush tip right now. I don't have as much control when I use the brush tip. All right. And there is my cute little pumpkin. And now let's do the owl, and then we're going to go back to dark crumb cake and fill in some of this. And then the rest will be light crumb cake. Where is light? Here it is, over here. All right. And there's our cute little pumpkin, and he gets popped up too. So we'll put 2 dimensionals on the back of him. Yeah, if you like this bundle, now's the time to get it because you'll have time to make Halloween cards with it. So that is our second little pumpkin, all right? Oh, hey, Nancy, nice to have you from North Dakota. That's awesome. And you can also add a little shimmer on this one too. So this is the Wink of Stella, and a lot of my ladies love Stella, and they always talk about bringing Stella out and just doing some little glimmer and shimmer there, okay? All right, now we're gonna do the last one. And I think I'll do this little spider because he's so tiny. I'm going to use dark smoky slate. And here he is. And he's going to get a tiny, tiny dimensional here. I think even the mini dimensional is too big for him. So I'm going to cut it in half. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Pam. All right. So, all right, so I've added about 1/2 of a mini dimensional. Now if I can just peel off that tiny piece of paper. Now remember, when it gets cut out, it gets cut separately from the owl. So there's that. Isn't that cute? So we have him there. He is not lost. And now we can color our very last owl. Now this owl's beak is showing, and so we're going to do that in dark pumpkin pie, okay? And let's see, let's do eyes again since it's Halloween. I like to color in the eyes. That's dark mango melody. And we're back to the owl again. This is crumb cake, and that's the light. Let me get the dark on here. Now, if you don't have crumb cake, try the light soft suede. Try cinnamon cider. That should be a good brown for you too. So it doesn't have to be crumb cake, okay? All right, and now we can finish coloring. All right, and then we'll add a dimensional. And he's just going to be popped up right on top there, okay? So that's the Halloween card. Now we're going to add some words and some embellishments, okay? So one tip that I want to give you is on the Have a Hoot Halloween, and actually we don't do it on this card, we're going to do it on the second card. All right, so for the Have a Hoot, we're just stamping that in black memento ink, okay? So I'll give you a tip on the words for the next card. All right, I'm gonna try and get this on straight. Oh, and I need to measure this for you. I know it's 3/4 inches wide. All right, so it's 3/4 right there. And then it's 2 inches, all right? So 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Now let's go ahead and pop this up too. We might as well, right? We've popped up everything. This is Mango Melody cardstock, in case you're wondering. It's a great Halloween color. So is Bumblebee and Crushed Curry. And then I'm just going to add this about right here along that edge. Okay. So there's that. And now we're going to add some sequins. Now we used these a few weeks ago. It's called Artistry Sequins, Artistry Blooms. It's in the annual book if somebody wants to look that up. And it just has some beautiful, beautiful sequin colors in here. There are 4 different colors in this package. And so we're going to use this one, and I don't know if it's Mango Melody or Crushed Curry. I should have looked that up for you before class. And I'm just adding sequins here, and then I'll just put a little one right there in the middle. And that is going to finish our card, all right? So if you're interested in the sequins, they're in 4 different colors, and it's in the annual book under embellishments, okay? All right, so there's our Have a Hoot card right here. And I'll just show it real close now. And we can even add the Wink of Stella to this owl, okay? And that's optional. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not. I'll even put it on the spider. That's super easy to do. And so that's our first card, and we sponged with the brayer. All right, so I hope you like that. I'm going to show you another technique in just a second. All right, I'm going to straighten up here so I can get ready for that next card. All right, thank you. I'm so glad you ladies like it. Thanks so much. Really fun. And you know, you don't have to be an expert at sponging to do it. All right, now here is the Christmas version. And if you remember me telling you, there are 3 stamped images that are great for fall or Halloween. And then there are 3 owl images for the Christmas season, okay? Oh, wouldn't that be cute with the snowman? Carol, I love snowmen, and I have a feeling you do too. Yeah, it would be awesome with snowmen. So yeah, with the peekaboo framelits, you can use any stamped image in the windows. And let me show you something else that I should have done this tonight and I didn't think about it. So here is the card in portrait mode. And you could also make this in a landscape direction as well, okay? And then you would stamp the images. You would just turn and stamp the images, okay? Thanks, Pam. Artistry Blooms Sequins. It's item number 152477, and they're $7. And we used them a couple weeks ago too, so I'm really liking them. All right, so let's make our Christmas card. And we're actually gonna start with a Whisper White card base, okay? And we're gonna add some designer paper, and I'm gonna show you the pack of paper that we're using. This is called 'Tis the Season. It is part of the designer paper sale. So you get 15% off this pack. It does come 6 by 6. If you're in my paper share, if you signed up for that, you have this paper, okay, in your paper share, all right? All right, Simone, we'll check on you later, and thanks so much for watching tonight. So I'm just gonna kind of flip through, hang tight. And you can see there's garden green, shaded spruce, real red, whisper white, just some beautiful, beautiful Christmas colors. So you've got a geometric pattern on one side, and then you've got different Christmas things, images on the other side, okay? So that is 'Tis the Season. 6x6 paper, and it is on sale. So I think it makes it like, well, I don't know what, I'm not sure what the price is. I do have a list of that. Let me get this back in here. It does come with the resealable clear pocket, and that's really nice to have. So the 'Tis the Season is $9.78, and that is the sale price, okay? So it's an awesome paper pack, and that's what I used here for the background. And it's kind of like a plaid, real red background. And now we're going to use another piece from it. And this piece is right here. And here's the other side. This side has the holly, and this side has this geometric shape. Now, you want your card base to measure 4 1/4. Let's see. You want it to measure 8 1/2 going this way, okay? And then 5 1/2. All right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add this layer to this, okay? And so your designer paper needs to measure 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, all right? And then I'm going to use the seal with this. All right. And I'll see if I can get this going again. There we go. I have found, and I will show you all this, I have found sometimes to get my seal moving again, what I will do is, this is the top of the dispenser where you rest your finger. I'll turn it over and I'll take my thumb and I'll just advance the adhesive a little bit, and that gets it rolling again. And I know some of you have had trouble with that, so that's what I've been doing, and it works pretty well. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna cover the front of the card base up with this paper. So I'm using a different color, ladies, so this card's gonna look a little bit different, and we're gonna see what that looks like. I don't even know, so, because I've only made this one. Okay. So again, we need our template, and this template is going to measure the very same thing as the last one. So it's measuring 3 3/4 by 5 inches, all right? Now, you might be thinking that I sponged the blue in the background. Do any of y'all know where that blue is from? I'm gonna find it in the mini occasions book here, the mini catalog. Let me go back here to paper. So I think you're going to be surprised as to where that came from. Okay, so now I'm in the back of the book. I need to go to the index and I can show you. Oh, here we go. Let's go to paper. And it is actually the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. There is a 12 by 12 sheet in that paper pack, and it looks like this. And that is my background. So instead of sponging, you can always use designer paper, okay, underneath if you don't want to do the sponging. So before we put these two together, we're actually going to get our stamping done first. So I'm going to bring back in the black memento ink. And I'll go ahead and I'll start with this little owl, and he is holding a present. And so I want him to go in the smallest window. So that's about where I want him. And then I'm just going to stamp. Okay. So let's see how he turned out. He turned out just fine. And then our next one are going to be the lovebirds under the mistletoe. So we'll ink this up with the black memento ink. I just want to make sure that I have this positioned correctly. Okay, so I want it about there. Whoops, I better do that one again. So I have it here. I want it about there. And so I'm going to stamp here. Okay, and let's see how this one turned out. All right, and our very last one, and these are so cute. They're all sitting on a branch together. It's like a little family, and we want it about there, and so I'm going to stamp it there. Okay, and we'll see how that one turned out. All right. And that's what we've got. And again, I can use seal here or I can use glue dots. All right. Hi, Sue. Welcome. So I'm just going to add the seal here. Okay. So it's your preference. All right. I'll even put a piece there. And that will be good enough. All right. And then we are going to attach these two together. Hang on. I'm a little crooked there, so hang tight. I might turn it this way and have a better chance of lining up the two pieces of paper. And they are the same size. Okay, and so now they are attached. All right, so we'll pop this up. And here's the other side of that Snowflake Splendor paper. So instead of sponging, now you know you have an option of using designer paper. You don't want to use the designer paper that's super busy because it'll compete with the owls and then you won't even notice how cute they are. So you need something that kind of has a sponged technique look. All right, so I think that's going to do it, I do believe. And that's how this one's turning out. And now let's do our coloring, all right? So I've already taken the time to cut these out as well. And I'm going to show you how they cut out with the dies. Get all of that out. Okay. So the lovebirds, here they are. Let me turn this around. Okay, when you cut these two out, this is the die that you're using. And when you cut it out, they separate and you have two. You've got the lovebirds and you've got the mistletoe. Okay, Brenda, thanks so much. All right, and then, so that's the one we're gonna work on now. Now, as far as the mistletoe, I did use the dark old olive, and there are some lines in these leaves, and that's what I colored there. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so that you all can see the coloring. Hey, Tracy, welcome. And now we're gonna use the light old olive to finish the shading. This is the mistletoe and it goes right above the owls, okay? And then we've got berries here too. And so let's use the dark real red to color the berries. And I'll hold that up so that you can see it, okay? Now this gets popped up and we're gonna go ahead and do that now so we don't lose it because it is little. All right, so if anyone is brand new joining us this evening, please say hello, leave a comment so that your name can be in the drawing for tonight's card. All right, so now our mistletoe is done. Now we're going to work on our sweet little lovebirds here. And this time we're going to color these noses, and they're going to be pumpkin pie. And I'm going to go back to my dark crumb cake. These owls are so cute. Yeah, so if any of you all love owls, this is your stamp set. I am just quickly doing the outline with dark crumb cake, okay? And now I'm gonna bring my light. And we're gonna color in these sweet little owls. Now, I don't know if you ladies have had a chance to check my Be Creative Stamping Facebook page today, but I have already outlined my Wednesday night free paper crafting classes, and I've already decided what I'm doing the rest of the month. So you all can kind of look ahead and see what's coming up and what we're going to be creating with. All right, so next week we will go to the poinsettia place suite. That will be our next suite. All right, so there's our sweet little birds, and now we're gonna pop these up. And I'll bring the card in. Oops. And then I'm just gonna place, and you all know what I forgot to do. I forgot to color the branches. So we've got to do that. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I'm so glad you like the cards. And it's so cool that you're in wine country. Sounds amazing. All right, so now you're going to learn how to color branches, okay? When the template is already stuck to the paper. You've got to do it very carefully so that you don't touch the Whisper White cardstock. So it can be done. It's just a little trickier. And this is the light soft suede that I'm using right now. And just get those branches. And it's also easier when you don't have the owls on the branches. Okay. This gets tricky. So it's much easier to color your branches without the white template. And see how hard this one's going to be? All right. But I think we did it. So it is doable, okay? It's just, it makes it a little tricky. All right, so let's go to our next owl. And he's holding a Christmas gift. And I actually did color his eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is Light Mango Melody. All right, so that's for the eyes. And then this ribbon is going to be Real Red. And I use the dark Real Red. And then the present is going to be in Light Old Olive. Okay, so that's the present. And then you already know what I'm going to do with this owl, right? We're going to color him again. This time I might even add a little more dark to this little guy. Now I am coloring pretty fast. And I will tell you, when I first started coloring these owls, I was pretty careful. But gosh, I've already colored so many. It does get a little bit easier. So now I'm doing the light crumb cake. So we'll see. I have to do some more blending here. Okay. So there he is, and then he's going to get popped up as well. So you all will have to tell me which one you like better, if you like the shaded spruce designer paper or if you liked the real red. All right, so you've got some time to decide. We're going to do the last owl. Now with this die, when you cut out the owls, they are connected, okay? So you don't have 4 separate owls, thank goodness, because you would lose them. So now this one's going to get colored, and let's work on the hats first. The little Christmas hat, I am coloring the band red, okay? And then I'm going to color the hat itself Old Olive. And I'll leave that pom-pom white. But I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna color these eyes again. I think they're so fun when they're colored in. And this is light mango melody, okay? All right. And now we're ready to color these sweet little owls. They're all lined up in a row here. Okay, and I'm just kind of getting a little outline there. And then I'm going to fill it in with the light crumb cake. So again, that was dark crumb cake with the light. All right. All right. And y'all are probably just like tired of seeing me color. I'm doing quite a bit of coloring tonight. All right. All right, and then he's ready to add, and we're going to pop this one up too. And what I really need is a tiny dimensional. I know, I like the real red too, Melissa. All right, so I put some little dimensionals there as well as a couple of big ones. All right. See if I can get them peeled off now. Okay, you can bundle this stamp set and the dies, okay? You can bundle and that will save you 10%, all right? So let's look at both cards. We do need to do the Merry Christmas. Let me zoom out a bit, let you get a good look, and I'm gonna bring in the paper here for the Merry Christmas, all right? Thank you, Pam. Thanks for letting me color. Okay, so this time I'm gonna use Merry Christmas with shaded spruce ink because this designer paper has shaded spruce in it, okay? So here's our shaded spruce. This is measuring 3/4 of an inch wide, okay? Now what we're going to do is, I'm gonna teach you a little trick with our Banner's Pick-a-Punch. This punch is in the mini. And what I like to do first is, I like to insert the paper as far as it'll go, and then punch. And now I have my little fishtail, okay? Move this up, and then I'll go ahead and I'll add my Merry Christmas, just like that. And then I can trim it any length that I want. And for this one, like I want like 2 inches. I'm doing about a 2-inch trim, okay? That's what I'm doing. That was about 2 inches long, all right? And then this time, I'm gonna pop it up. I didn't pop it up on the original, but I'm gonna pop it up because that's what I do. Okay, Catherine, thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you, I'm glad you like the cards. Okay, and then we're just gonna add this here like that, okay? So that's the card that we made this evening with a shaded spruce designer paper background. And then this was the original, all right?